going for Georgios Samaras as the captain this afternoon, Jerry? Or pull a toss-up between him and Charlie?
Well, you know I'm not a betting man, but I think I'll take Charlie McGrew on this one. Interesting you're talking about Glenn Daly. I passed his son earlier on. He's here with the Celtic Grave Society, so what it means to him to stand and watch the team come out to his father singing, tremendous.
Well, it's probably just as well that Jerry Madej isn't a betting man, because I can tell you that Georgios Samaras, Celtic's number 9, is leading the team out. And both sides, it's the Celtic in the green and white hoops, and Inverness wearing their traditional all blue strip. And I have to say as well that the Celtic mascots this afternoon, there is 22 young children from the Ability Counts programme that the Celtic Foundation run. It's trying to encourage children's participation in sport. Celtic working with Down Syndrome Scotland, and it's encouraging children who have Down syndrome to get involved in activities, and it's a wonderful, wonderful programme. It sums up the best that Celtic are and the Celtic involved in, and it's a wonderful reception that all those 22 children have received this afternoon. Both sides just going through the rigmarole of shaking hands. Celtic, of course, will try to shoot towards left to right, and the referee this afternoon is Callum Murray. The Celtic players, green and white hoops, white shorts and the black socks for this season. And it's the two number 9s who in fact are the captains this afternoon. It's Georgios Samaras for Celtic, and it is Richie Foran for Inverness Cali Thistle. Georgios Samaras just going over to the huddle. Celtic, of course, looking to maintain their position at the top of the table. And the break from the huddle, and it will be Inverness Cali Thistle who in fact kick off this game this afternoon. It's going to be Billy Mackay and Richie Foran, I think, standing over the ball, and Celtic get the game underway. And Inverness Cali immediately dispossessed. Beram Kayal in partnership with Victor Wanyama in the centre of the Celtic midfield this afternoon. The ball played forward. Tony Watt just couldn't quite keep that one in. He'll hand up there, acknowledges the pass. Neil Lennon will be looking for his side to get an early breakthrough. He does have another engagement tonight here at Celtic Park when he is involved in a dinner and a question and answer with his mentor and former Celtic boss Gordon Strachan. That should be quite an entertaining evening tonight, Jerry.
Oh, I think it'll be thoroughly entertaining. Certainly a lot of question and answers. There's a fiver on whether somebody's going to ask Gordon why he took Neil Lennon off in the cup final in 2007. There's a lot of money riding on that one.
Well, but a brave man that does that, and immediately the ball crossed into the box. It takes a deflection of Graham Shinney and it ends up in the arms of Reguero, the Spanish goalkeeper, who immediately hoists that one high over the halfway line. Ambrose watches that one. It's brought down out there and played towards Roberts. He knocks it back inside towards Andrew Shinney, but he's dispossessed so strongly. Victor Wanyama. Commons just turns round, plays it with the outside of his left foot, gets applause from his manager on the touchline, and it's Celtic in possession. A throw in front of the main stand here at Celtic Park. It's a cold afternoon, but Celtic fans have come out in their numbers, and all credit to them this afternoon. Backing the team is Effie Ambrose on the halfway line, slides it forward into the inside left channel. Samaras flicks on, wonderful ball from Samaras towards Commons on his right foot, takes a shot, it's well blocked, breaks back to Commons again, plays it to Watt inside. Well, he was not, I don't think he was offside, Jerry. The flag went up right away, but I'd like to see that one again.
I would agree with you. I didn't think he was offside. We'll have a wee look at it again. I wondered why Chris took the shot on there. I was looking for him to make a pass right away.
No, I think Chris Commons always gets half a sighted goal, and he always fancies his chances, and more often than not he gets it on target. It was a good defensive block there Well, that must have been touch and go. He played it outside his left foot, Tony Watt, but the keeper had it well saved, but the flag was already up. It wouldn't have counted if it had ended up in the back of the net. But a good promising early breaking. Chris Commons already drifting from right to left and through the middle, and that's always dangerous for teams to mark.
Yes, he's one of these forwards that likes to roam around the pitch, and I think he gets licensed to do that under Neil Lennon. We can't, of course, not talk about the flick there from Big Sammy as well onto Chris.
Well, George Samaras playing wide on the left at the moment, almost intercepts that through ball there from Warren, but it's Inverness trying to break through. Adam Matthews dropped off from left back and dispossessed the visitors. Lustig playing right back this afternoon, plays it forward. It's a header back from Meekings. It's picked up by Owen Tudor-Jones. The young Welshman rolls it out to the right hand side. David Raven over the halfway line. He's got Andrew Shinnie behind him. It plays it back to Tudor-Jones, who just knocks it through. That was a bit of a difficult pass for his own man to control, but Inverness still in possession now with Graham Shinnie, the left back. He knocks it through the channel and a flag, and I think Lustig, I'm just presuming Lustig knew exactly where Philip Roberts was, because otherwise he was in trouble, because it was a good ball inside.
I think we have to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, Paul. Certainly they all looked towards the linesman when it was happening.
Well, Lustig had his arm up straight away, as many of you remember. Jim Craig used to always say that if there's an attack and the flag's not raised, then the man who's got his arm up is usually the man to blame. So there, in that occasion, Mikael Lustig knew exactly where the Inverness team was. He's back in possession now, the Swedish internationalist. Knocks it across to Effie Ambrose, partnering Charlie Mulgrew this afternoon. He's recovered from that illness that he had that forced him off in Lisbon during the week. But it's Inverness Cally Thistle in the centre of the park. Jones manages to play it out wide to Warren. Warren on the halfway line knocks it forward to Raven. The ball's broke to Doran, and Inverness have a throw in front of the North Stand, about 40 yards from the Celtic goal. Laura and I were saying before the game, Terry Butcher's sides are always very competitive, and they don't sit and they do try and have a go, and it's always to his credit and his team's credit.
They try to play football, Paul. Combative, I think there's a word that you possibly could use with Terry Butcher's Inverness sides. Well,
there's a combination of Samaras and Kyle penalised there for the foul, and it's given Inverness Cally Thistle a free kick about 27 yards out, and inside right channel, and perhaps the first chance to test Fraser Foster this afternoon. It looks as if it's Aaron Doran or Graham Shinnie. From where I'm sitting here, it may look like pink boots. I'm not a big fan of pink boots, unless I think only Lionel Messi I would let wear pink boots, but nevertheless, I suppose if Shinnie puts the ball in the back of the net, they'll be justified. I have a funny feeling it's going to be Aaron Doran. In fact, it is Shinnie, and it's just over the bar. Shouldn't have worn the pink boots.
I would agree with that. More salmon than, I don't want to take you up on that, Paul, more salmon than pink, do you think?
I'm not. If it would be in a competition now to see who's the got one of the Celtic media team. If only people could actually see us and not hear us, they would know how ridiculous that was. But Celtic happy that free kick sailed harmlessly over the bar. Back in possession again. Mikael Lustig just in front of his own dugout, cuts inside, has to play it back to Ambrose. Just takes a touch, tries to switch it across to Mulgrew, instead just plays it forward to Commons. He's in front of the Inverness dugout, tries to step beyond Roberts, gets a foot in. The young 18-year-old, one goal already for Inverness Cally this season against Dundee United. Neil Lennon stands arms and hips on the technical area. As Celtic switch the ball out to the left hand side, their own young left back Adam Matthews plays it with the outside of his right foot, looking to get Victor Wanyama involved. Wanyama does well to pull that ball out there, but he's dispossessed by Tudor-Jones. It's Raven who just plays it forward, looking for Shinnie. Tries to spin round Kyle, does well there. The Inverness player capped for the first time for Scotland against Luxembourg. He tried to play it through, but Kyle did well to redeem himself, block that pass that was looking to find Doran. And Celtic back in their own half, and there's a few goals in the Inverness Cally Thistle side actually, and Laura and I were praising Andrew Shinnie for getting a cap while playing for Inverness Cally Thistle, which is no mean feat.
There's no question the boy carries a threat, Paul, it has to be said, and he had a decent game for Scotland. He looks lively, he's always wanting to get in the action.
Well, here's his younger brother, plays left back, plays it out to Roberts. Roberts up against Lustig, he goes to the touchline, the ball comes off the Celtic defender and it's cleared by Ambrose. Well, he shows great presence of mind in the box, a flutter of anxiety went round Celtic Park, but the Nigerian knew exactly what he was doing, and Celtic in possession just over the halfway line on the left hand side. Matthews, he's got Samaras ahead of him, plays it out wide. Samaras cuts inside, gives it to Wanyama. Wanyama cushions the pass back outside to Adam Matthews. Forward now to Samaras, tries to spin round Warren there, but the Inverness defender read that one well. It's the visitors again in possession with Andrew Shinnie. He's got Roberts wide on the left, and he switches it out wide to the 23, number 23. He's up against Lustig again, tries to sprint beyond him. Lustig slides in well, good play there. Lustig climbing for the throw in, as was Neil Lennon, but the linesman right on the halfway line flagged for an Inverness throw in. About 8 yards from the corner flag in front of the main stand here at Celtic Park. It's Graham Shinnie. He's got two options. Now he finds his brother. He's forced back, switches it across to Tudor Jones in the centre of the midfield. He plays it out wide to Raven. Raven just takes a touch, cuts it back, just beyond Doran. Well, I think everybody was expecting the cross there, but well read by Beram Kayal. Inverness Cali Thistle, they're trying to get the ball down and pass it, and it could be quite a tough afternoon.
I think they're here to play football. That's not too much of a cliche, Paul. They certainly seem very, very lively at this point. Not really giving Celtic much time on the ball either.
Well, as so often in these games, the first goal is absolutely crucial. We've got about 8.5 minutes here at Celtic Park, and we're still awaiting the first goal. Really, the first test really is still to come from either goalkeeper. But Lustig plays it inside to Commons. There's 3 players round him, has to play it back to the halfway line and across into the centre circle. Kyle takes a touch, just dinks it to the left hand side where Adam Matthews is overlapped. Good play there from Kyle. Matthews cuts onto his right foot, has to play it inside, knocks it across looking for Commons. Commons on the edge of the D. Again, there's 2 players around him, just leaves it to Wanyama. Wanyama takes a shot. Well, we saw last weekend how powerful that was at Pittodrie. That one wasn't so good. Kyle just knocks it ahead, and again Tudor Jones just sitting in front of the back four. He's got a young guy, but a big powerful presence, the number 4, the young Welshman for Inverness.
Powerful name as well, you have to say, Paul. Can't be many Tudor Jones in football these days.
Tudor, I think that's the Chris was the only thing that comes to mind when I hear that. But
John Tudor, Newcastle United, what a player he was.
Are you showing your age now? Well, it's Celtic.
Happy to do so.
Celtic again on the attack. Samaras on the left hand side, he cuts inside, sliding challenge from Raven, he gets back up on his feet. Could have been a foul, but Samaras, eventually it's intercepted by 4, and it's played forward looking for the run of Billy Mackay, but Effie Ambrose watched that one well. And Celtic now with Charlie Mulgrew start building again from the back, switched from left to right. Wanyama gets the ball back from Commons, gives it out wide to Lustig. Lustig forward to Gary Hooper. Hooper plays it inside looking for Lustig. Good play from Victor Wanyama. Wanyama flicks it across to Commons. Commons tries to get on his left foot, takes a shot, but it was off target. Chris Commons, we see it so often, if he gets even a hint of a chance and goal, he likes to have a go in it. I must admit, I always like that.
It's a glimmer in his eye, isn't it? As soon as he sees it, he just goes for it. Unfortunately, I think Sammy was looking for the pass, and it was certainly on out towards the left.
Sergio Samaras wearing gloves this afternoon, but I'm glad to see he's wearing long sleeves, because it's one of the great things that puzzle me is short sleeves and his gloves. Although I'm sure, I think in the past we've had people emailing and explaining us why that is the case. Celtic trying to close Inverness down in their own half. Good work from Celtic off the ball. Still Inverness in possession now with their captain Richie Foran. Tries to play it into the centre circle, finds Andrew Shinnie, and it's knocked out wide to David Raven. Forward now inside to Tudor Jones. He just knocks it down the line. Good ball from Tudor Jones. It's Inverness. Forward to Doran. Doran 25 yards from goal on his left foot. It comes off Charlie Mulgrew, and it breaks to Victor Wanyama. He just knocks it over the top looking for Tony Watt. It's a good ball from Wanyama, but just couldn't, too much pace on it. Celtic forwards did well there to stay onside.
Did very well to stay onside. A lot of movement there from Tony. I thought he was going to get to that one. He just had willing him on to get close to it.
Well, Aaron Doran, Irishman, scored 1 goal for Inverness this season. That was in the Derby victory over Ross County. Celtic back in possession again, inside right channel, 35 yards from goal. Commons trying to thread that one through towards Lustig, but it was intercepted by Graham Shinnie, and it's Inverness in possession again, still in their own half. Andrew Shinnie knocks it forward looking for the overlapping run of his brother, but it was overhit. Well, Be disappointed, Terry Butcher, there with that pass. And it's Mikael Lustig. Knocks it back towards Efe Ambrose. Lustig knocks across to the left hand side. Charlie Mulgrew. And Samaras back in his own half. The ball switched across now to Efe Ambrose. Celtic building from the back again. Berham Kayal. Celtic keep possession, but they're still in their own half now. Switch from right to left again. Adam Matthews inside to Georgios Samaras. Samaras, 3 players round him, plays it back to Matthews. Matthews across now. Wanyama's got a bit of space, can drive forward, gives it to Commons, still in the centre circle. Lustig makes the forward run, tries to get beyond Roberts, but the ball overhit, goes behind for a goal kick, and it's Terry Butcher who's applauding the work off the ball for the Inverness players. But very, as you said already, Jerry, very, very tight when either side really has the ball.
There's a patience about Celtic just now as well, though, isn't there? It's almost as if they're waiting to spring the appropriate ball. There's an eagerness about the forwards as well.
Kayal challenge with Andrew Shinnie. The ball breaks towards Mackay. Victor Wanyama almost dispossessed, but did well just to get it back to Charlie Mulgrew. And again, Celtic on the attack down the left hand side. Adam Matthews sprinting forward. Good play from Matthews, but eventually Raven gets a foot in, and it's Inverness Callie Thistle with Foran. Foran just plays it forward to Andrew Shinnie. It's up against Charlie Mulgrew. Mulgrew just dispossesses him. Does well, Charlie Mulgrew. He's not really played so much in central defence this season. It's been more either left back or in midfield, but he's so versatile and he never lets you down.
Versatile is the word, Paul. Absolutely on the nail there. He's just a very, very versatile player who can give you options in left back, left midfield, centre defence. I think the only position he hasn't played for Celtic is possibly in goal or up centre forward.
Chris Commons trying to jink one way and the next. He manages to find Kayal. Hooper just knocks it forward to Commons. Commons does well. He's been tracked by Graham Shinnie. Plays it back to Lustig. Lustig plays it across. Good play there from the Swedish defender. Celtic move forward still. Georgios Samaras has come in off the left touchline. Gives it to Adam Matthews. Matthews across now. It's Wanyama. Wanyama shapes to shoot. Tries to knock it through, looking for Tony Watt, and again it's intercepted. Inverness with 10 players behind the ball, all about 25 yards from their own goal, and Celtic trying to find a way through. Hooper pushes that pass out to Lustig, who comes in off the right touchline. Tries to get beyond Roberts, gives it to Commons. Commons, and he's dispossessed by the young Inverness player. Terry Butcher climbing for the throw in. More in hope than expectation there. I think he knew it was a throw in to Celtic.
Ever the optimist, Terry Butcher, isn't he?
I suppose it's old habits die hard, just trying to claim for everything. Lustig again just switches it across to Charlie Mulgrew. It seems to be an out ball quite a few times for Celtic. Mulgrew looks to find Adam Matthews wide in the left in front of the north stand. He plays it inside to Georgios Samaras, and it's switched across now. Celtic, every Inverness Callie player back in their own half. Wanyama 1-2 with Commons. Wanyama surges forward, steps over the ball, gives it to Samaras. Samaras on the edge of the D. Back to Wanyama, he plays it out wide. Good play there from Victor Wanyama. It's forward now to Tony Watt, but Raven steps in. And again, Inverness tried to bring the ball clear, but it's just coming back every time. Inverness been urged out by the manager, but they've been pinned back at the moment. Celtic just looking for that opening. Chris Commons nudged off the ball, stays on his feet, does well. Charlie Mulgrew in the centre circle, knocks it to Commons again. Commons cuts inside. He's got Kayal, leaves it for the Israeli internationalist. Lustig runs through. Kayal plays it through to Lustig. It's a chance for Lustig. Oh, I thought he made a shot there. He tried to cut it back to Hooper, but it ends up in the arms of Reguero. But good play there from Celtic.
Fantastic play, actually. What a ball that was. I can't believe that Mikael Lustig just didn't take the shot on, Paul.
Well, it was a great ball through from Kayal. I thought he wouldn't have managed to thread it through, and I thought at that point he would have blasted it, but he obviously saw Gary Hooper out the corner of his eye. Almost 17 minutes gone, and it's still goalless here at Celtic Park between Celtic and Inverness Callie Thistle. Celtic back in league action, of course, on Wednesday night at Tynecastle, a tough game there, and then it'll be Scottish Cup action next Saturday against Arbroath. Samaras back to Matthews. Wanyama again just holds off his man. He's been held back there by Richie Foran. Well, I think the referee will award with him. Quite often that's a yellow card.
I don't want to say I've seen them given, but I mean I have seen them given, there's no two doubts about it. Victor just very, very strong there.
Hooper tries to knock it through, looking for Commons. It's headed back only as far as Hooper. Hooper takes a shot. Tony Watley almost managed to get a toe to that one, but it's just gone behind for a goal kick. We're still really waiting to test the Inverness goalkeeper, but it's certainly been all Celtic for the last 10 minutes or so.
I think you can feel it coming, Paul, and obviously the crowd sense that as well. There's an anticipation now. We're getting more and more into the box. We're creating a sort of half opportunities. It's just a question of getting that one clear-sighted goal and possibly putting it away.
Commons heads it forward, but it's picked up by the Inverness defender. Shinnie knocks it through, looking for Mackay. He manages to win that header against Ambrose, but only finds Mikael Lustig. And Fraser Foster, who's been a virtual spectator so far in this first 18 minutes or so, gets a touch of the ball, all in black this afternoon, the Great Wall of Celtic. As Samaras plays it through, looking for Wanyama, inside left channel. Good play from Samaras. Wanyama's inside the box, he goes tumbling down. Well, there is absolutely no way that's a foul. There's nothing in that for either side, and Callum Murray was far too quick to get the whistle out there, and really I think both players just came together and they fell down, and if anything it was a goal kick.
I would agree with you, Paul. I mean, you could possibly start screaming for a penalty as much as you could scream for a free kick there for Inverness Cali Thistle.
Well, I have to say, on occasion in the past I have screamed, and people will testify to that for a penalty, but there I think I was trying to give the referee the benefit of the doubt, and then he just spoiled it with making a bad decision. But good header forward by Kyle. Gary Hooper dispossessed by Tudor Jones in the centre circle. It's played into the inside right channel. Andrew Shinnie, and again Kyle slides forward against Raven. Well, I'm not sure that the linesman's given the throw in and the referee is given a foul, but Berham Kyle certainly trying to win that tackle. I think the referee's penalised the Celtic midfielder, and it's given Inverness perhaps a chance just to swing that ball into the box. They've pushed forward their two central defenders, and Warren and Meekins had a chance to deliver the ball into the box. Celtic with 9 of the 11 players back. It's played into the 6-yard box, and it's an easy catch there for Fraser Foster. Clutched that one out there. Well, Inverness penalised. I think it was Gary Warren that just kind of ran in front of Fraser Foster and distracted him. I never really see what the offence is there.
I think it's just a ridiculous thing, you know. I mean, Fraser's obviously keen to get on with it and get the ball up the pitch, and if you've got a forward there trying to stop him from doing it, then I would suggest that is a disadvantage.
The ball slid down the line. Good ball from Lustig. Gives Tony Watt. Watt goes to the touchline, tries to cross it. It's blocked there by Warren at the expense of a throw in. About 5 yards from the corner flag, down the right hand side for Celtic in front of the main stand. Lustig on the ball, takes it quickly to Commons. Commons leaves it for Lustig. Lustig, left footed cross, it's headed out by Shinnie. Matthews challenges it, breaks back to Wanyama. Wanyama tries to go through. Tudor Jones does well, side foots it, and it's saved comfortably by Reguero. But it's a first shot and target really for Celtic, and it came from the powerhouse in midfield, Victor Wanyama.
Not the powerhouse so much there, really. He was trying to place it down to the goalkeeper's left, wasn't he? That's good, that's a good sign. That's us making the goalkeeper work.
It's Inverness in possession at the moment with Roberts down the left hand side. Dances past Lustig but runs out of space, and it's out for a throw in to Celtic. Still in their own half. Lustig in front of the main stand here. Neil Lennon still stands in the technical area. Some of the subs, a couple of the younger ones, McGeoch and Joe Chalmers, out warming up. As Wanyama just knocks it across to Charlie Mulgrew. He just takes a touch and then switches it with his left foot to Matthews over the halfway line. The young Welshman, he's got Samaras inside, leaves it for the Celtic captain this afternoon. 3 players round him. Samaras back to Matthews again, inside to Wanyama. Matthews back in possession, almost 22 minutes gone. He knocks it forward looking for Watt, but it's headed clear by Meekins. But again finds its way back to Adam Matthews. just inside his own half, gives it back to Charlie Mulgrew, and he switches it left to right. And Celtic building from the back. Wanyama at the moment alongside the two central defenders, leaves it for Charlie Mulgrew. He moves forward, he's got Matthews wide, but he tries to find Tony Watt. Celtic dispossessed again. Tony Watt beats Owen Tudor-Jones down the left hand side, back in possession. Watt plays it back to Adam Matthews. Good play there from the young Celt. Celtic again on the left hand side, switched it back towards Wanyama, and it's played to the right hand side now. Again, every Inverness Cali player back, trying to make it difficult. Wanyama in the midfield, but Kyle tries to find Lustig again. I think Lustig was looking for the quicker pass inside, then had to go back in the inside right channel, but Celtic still in possession. Commons with the throw in, plays it to Lustig, gets the return back into the centre circle. Good player from Chris Commons. Charlie Mulgrew got acres of space, moves forward, rolls it out wide to Adam Matthews, cuts into his favoured right foot, plays it into the box, but it's the head of Warren that knocks it back out of play on the far side. In fact, Raven managed to keep that one in. Eventually Warren just hooks it up towards the halfway line, where Charlie Mulgrew challenged by Billy Mackay, and it comes off the Celtic player. Inverness are really, you know, you see it from about 35 yards towards the goal. It's just a wall, or two walls of blue shirts.
Yes, it's interesting to watch the way Tony Watt is going from left to right through the centre. It's keeping them guessing all the time, keeping them on their toes.
But still Celtic wait for that opening, and they've had that shot from Victor Wanyama, which is probably the nearest thing that has tested the goalkeeper, but it's Inverness in the attack at the moment. But again, Doran runs into too many green and white shirts, and Charlie Mulgrew just hooks it clear with his left foot up towards the halfway line. It's missed by Gary Hooper, and it's Foran forward. Mackay knocks it out, and Foran wins the free kick. I'm not sure if there was too much Victor Wanyama could have done to get out of the way there, but the referee penalises the Celtic player. Okay, we'll let him off for that one.
I don't know, absolutely nothing he could have done to get out of the way, to be honest, Paul.
Again, another free kick, but I think it's far too far out for him to have a shot. I think Shinnie this time will try and curl it into the box. Looking again for Warren, or perhaps Richie Foran. Both players at the far post. It's curled into the 6-yard box, but it's Ambrose who heads it clear, gives it to Commons. Commons knocks it forward, looking for Tony Watt. It was good defensive play there from Josh Meekings. Played it all the way back to his goalkeeper, because Tony Watt was right on his shoulder. Matthews knocks it inside, and Wanyama across to Effie Ambrose. And we've gone 25 minutes here at Celtic Park, and it's still goalless between Celtic and Inverness Cali Thistle. I suppose with the bulk of possession being in Celtic's favour, Terry Butcher's probably the happier of the two managers so far.
Yes, certainly, because Inverness haven't conceded at all. At the same time, they don't look as if they're going to really get anything other than from a set piece at the moment.
Well, it was a good ball down the left channel there from Adam Matthews, and Giorgio Samaras ran onto it. Frustration there, I think, from the Celtic captain, because his first touch just took the ball out of play, and in fact I think it might have been signalled for a throw-in. So Giorgio Samaras just couldn't quite keep that ball in play, and it's Inverness Cali Thistle in possession. Raven, the right back, clears it with his left foot. It's Charlie Mulgrew, does well. Still Mulgrew on the edge of the box now. Still Mulgrew dinks it across, looking for Hooper. Hooper cushions it down towards Kyle, but it's blocked, and it's a wonderful sliding block there from Richie Foran, and the ball spins harmlessly back into the arms of the goalkeeper. But good play from Celtic.
Great play. Charlie got the break of the ball there, but he took full advantage of it by getting into the box. Chipped right over to the far side.
Well, we saw on Tuesday night, very, very late on, Berham Kyle having a chance as the ball broke to him on the edge of the box, and I think a lot of us thought he was going to put it in the back of the net and put us through to the last 16, and that time Richie Foran anticipated that shot and did well, the Irishman, to block it. It's back with Reguero. Tony Watt goes to close him down, but the Spanish goalkeeper plays it over the halfway line. Charlie Mulgrew gives Adam Matthews the shout and heads it forward all the way back to the Inverness Cali goalkeeper. Of course, when Celtic played Inverness Cali Thistle earlier on this season, they were 4 goals ahead before 2 late goals in the last 8 minutes gave the scoreline an air of respectability for the home side, but they were outplayed so far. They've managed to avoid conceding anything as Aaron Doran knocks it inside. Berham Kyle does well, slides in, but it's Warren that read that one, and Doran gets a second bite at it. Shinnie tries to knock it inside towards Tudor Jones, and Celtic working well again, and so tight in that midfield area in particular. Players, the ball has to be moved so quickly because both sides are just snapping at each other.
It's quite congested, and Inverness are ahead on throw-ins if that counts for anything, but for now we've got one.
Samaras does well. I think the only option he had was Tony Watt, so he's just left it for Adam Matthews, and Mulgrew just switches it to Efe Ambrose. Celtic still in their own half at the moment. Lustig almost in front of the Celtic dugout here. Lustig knocks it forward looking for Gary Hooper. It's a good ball. I'm not sure if Hooper will keep that one in. I think as soon as it hit the ground it just started to spin away from him, but good running there from Gary Hooper.
Yeah, he watched his run, didn't he? Just had to get the offside trap absolutely right, and the ball just skidded out of play by a yard or two.
So another goal kick goes the way of the visitors this afternoon. They're 7th in the table at the moment, 6 points behind Celtic. As the ball's played over the halfway line, Victor Wanyama challenging with Shinnie. It breaks down to Commons. Commons skips inside two players. He's been forced back, gives it to Lustig. Lustig takes a touch, knocks it forward. Hooper tries to cushion it inside. Tudor Jones read that one well, and suddenly Inverness have broke forward in numbers. Tudor Jones plays it to Shinnie. Shinnie with his left foot. Well, he just snatched at it there because he took a touch, and I think he just saw somebody sliding in, but that's a wee half chance, just a sign that on the break Inverness are dangerous.
Yeah, we have to be careful at all times. We really need to look to keep the back door closed as much as we can. I think the boy panicked a wee bit there.
Well, he certainly did, and he's scored a few goals this season, 9 goals in fact for Inverness Caley Thistle. It's that form that earned him that call up. Billy Stark, the interim Scotland manager, had called him up for that game against Luxembourg, which Scotland won 2-1, but that time he'll not want to see that shot again as the ball's played long, and again, unless Celtic had put Usain Bolt on at left back, there was never going to be a chance that we were going to get that one, and it's gone harmlessly behind for a goal kick as we approach the half-hour mark. And it's really a case of just keeping possession and just trying to get that opening, because I suppose once you get the first goal there's always that chance that maybe the visitors have to open up a wee bit.
They need to come out and play if we score the first goal. Interesting you say Adam Matthews at left back. He's really been playing like an orthodox left winger since we kicked off.
So often Celtic are just playing with one man up front against them, and Inverness at the moment trying to start something, but Efe Ambrose just shrugged off Billy Mackay there and plays it forward, but again Warren read that one, and Berham Kyle almost intercepted the pass to Richie Foran, and it's back to the goalkeeper who just skips past Giorgio Samaras. Good play there from the Spanish goalkeeper. I'm sure his manager would be a wee bit anxious about that one, but he's kept possession, and it's Inverness down the right hand side now with Foran. Tudor Jones is inside, but he'll play it all the way back to Warren, the central defender. He just knocks it to the left hand side looking for Roberts, who challenges with Lustig, who just heads it actually almost into the Celtic dugout, and it's a throw in to the visitors down their left hand side midway through the Celtic half, just over the half-hour mark here. Graham Shinnie, the number 3, the left back, will take this one, although he doesn't seem to be in any particular hurry to take it. Plays the ball all the way back to his own central defence. Josh Meeking just knocks it to the right again, a bit panicky there because there was no one there. Charlie Mulgrew in a sprint with Billy Mackay. Mulgrew knocks it long, high and out of play into the north stand, and it's a throw in to the visitors. And I think a goal as well just lifts everybody, and Lauren and I were speaking before about that dreaded the European hangover. It's always difficult for teams when you've had such a strenuous game as we did on Tuesday night against Benfica. You come back and it can often be a tough game.
Very much so, but I don't think we're looking as if we've started as flat as we have in some of the previous games that we've come back from European action. There's a liveliness about us. We're moving the ball about well, we're spreading the play. But
still await the first goal here at Celtic Park as Celtic have a goal kick. Fraser Forster will just knock that one out to Adam Matthews, playing it left back this afternoon. Lustig at right back. Charlie Mulgrew in the central defence moves forward. Chris Commons is wide on the right, but it's played to Gary Hooper, who's just dropped deep. Commons comes inside, but the ball's switched out to Lustig. Lustig on his left foot, curls it into the box. It's a good ball. Tony Watt challenge for that one. It's missed by everyone. Eventually Raven from inside the 6-yard box clears it only as far as Kyle. Oh, the ball dropped. Thought he was going to volley it, but cuts inside. Good play from Kyle. Takes a deflection, goes behind. Celtic's first corner of the afternoon. Promising stuff from Celtic.
Absolutely, Paul. Seen bear into the box there and almost get something away.
But it's given Celtic a set piece. It's going to be an in-swinger from, well, I thought it was going to be Chris Commons. He's going to leave it for Charlie Mulgrew. Of course, we saw that great delivery from Charlie Mulgrew against Benfica on Tuesday night that found the head of Georgios Samaras. And again, Gary Hooper's taken up that position about a yard from the goal line, trying to perhaps block the goalkeeper. And it's Charlie Mulgrew. Every Inverness Cali player back. Mulgrew curls it into the 6-yard box. It's flapped at by the goalkeeper, but eventually reaches the edge of the box and hooked clear up to the halfway line. Brought down by the knee of Effie Ambrose. Ambrose moves forward, glides past his man, gives it to Commons. Commons inside right, cuts inside, takes the shot, comes off Tudor Jones, breaks back. Commons again brings it down. Good play there from Scotland internationalist. Switch to the left hand side. Samaras forward to Tony Watt. Watt back to Samaras. Samaras on his right foot, knocks it forward to Commons. Commons 25 yards from goal. He's challenged by Richie Foran. Celtic fans claiming for a free kick. The referee waves play on. Samaras slides in against Doran, and Georgios Samaras is going to be booked. I think that's a harsh booking, Jerry, to be honest.
I think that's an extremely harsh booking, Paul. I felt there was a free kick to Celtic earlier on there.
Well, Celtic fans not happy about that. Georgios Samaras slides in, brought down Aaron Doran. I'm not really sure if it was a foul. I don't really think it merited a yellow card. And again, Callum Murray very quick to get that yellow card out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's certainly a foul on Chris Commons there.
You see the challenge from Samaras again. Well,
it's a centre forwards challenge.
I just think it's a harsh one for a yellow card, but that's we'll see whether there's any consistency with Callum Murray's decisions between now and the end of the half. But it's Inverness Cali Thistle will play this ball to the far side looking for Roberts. Challenges with Lustig. It goes out of play. I'm thinking they've tried that 3 or 4 times and that ball doesn't work. I would maybe try something different.
Tactical genius that you are, Paul, yeah. If it ain't working, just keep trying it, you know.
Because he's not the biggest, Philip Roberts, and he's not getting the better of Mikael Lustig down that left hand side. And again, Lustig gets in ahead of him. Richie Foran plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper, who races out, clears it left footed over the halfway line. Charlie Mulgrew's got time just to cushion that header down to play from Mulgrew. Just over 10 minutes to go to half time here at Celtic Park, and Celtic on the attack again. The floodlights shining down over the pitch. It's Samaras that comes in off the left. It's been closed down by Raven. Plays it back into the centre circle where Effie Ambrose just takes a touch and knocks it out to Lustig. Lustig's at Commons wide, gives it to Commons, back to Lustig. He cuts inside. He's got Wanyama on the edge of the centre circle, and he plays it left footed. A good ball there, but Raven intercepted. Did well there, the Inverness Cali right back, because otherwise if that ball had found Adam Matthews, he may well have tried to take him on or deliver it into the box. Adam Matthews forward to Effie Ambrose. Across now to Beram Kyle. Kyle takes a touch, gives it to Commons, out wide to Lustig. Kyle's just ahead, right on the touchline, wins the throw in. Did well there to leave that one, Beram Kyle. It's perhaps a chance for Mikael Lustig to deliver a long throw in into the box. Well, he's got a couple of short options. Commons, good flick there from Lustig. Commons on his left foot, back to Lustig. Lustig into the box, it's a good ball, headed clear powerfully there by Warren. Good defensive clearance, but a great ball in from Mikael Lustig, and Celtic on the attack with just under 9 minutes to go to half time, looking for that breakthrough goal. Commons spins round, but he's dispossessed. And Lustig putting a few dangerous crosses into the box, Jerry.
Nothing better than the first time cross like that, swerving into the box. You can see the panic in the Inverness defence when a ball like that comes in.
Well, that was unorthodox with his knee there from Chris Commons, but Inverness Cali Thistle, Roberts just shrugged off the ball by Hooper. Wanyama closed down. He had a shout from the stands actually as Doran came closing down again. Beram Kyle snapping at the heels as Gary Hooper. Hooper tries to cut it across, it comes off Josh Meekins, breaks back out wide to the right hand side. Hooper Kyle tries to thread it through again for the run of Lustig. This time it's Commons through, looking for Samaras, and again some desperate defending from Inverness Cali Thistle, but they're still managing to keep Celtic at bay, and they're now breaking down the right hand side with Raven. He's got Shinnie inside, finds Andrew Shinnie, goes for the 1-2, plays it back inside to Doran. It's a good ball. Doran on the edge of the box, tries to get past Charlie Mulgrew, dinks it across, but finds the head of Ambrose, who just knocks it out. And Kyle manages to slide in. Doran is claiming for a free kick, but it's Ambrose. Ambrose tries to get beyond Graham Shinnie. It's a mazy run. He wins the throw in. Good play there from Effie Ambrose, taken quickly. Victor Wanyama forward towards Gary Hooper. It was intercepted by Josh Meekins, and again it's Inverness Cali Thistle. There's nobody in the Celtic half at the moment. Now Doran forward. He's going to have to be forced back. Gives it to Shinnie. Shinnie 1-2 with Mackay. Skips past Ambrose, but Mikael Lustig does well. And a aimless ball forward. Wee bit of frustration you can hear rippling round the support, and that's why when I was saying earlier on, it just settles everybody, the first goal for the home side.
Certainly the closer we get to half time, you can hear the frustration coming from the crowd, as you say, Paul. I think the goal's still there for us. I think there's still plenty of time to pick something out here.
Well, 7 minutes. Inverness Cali Thistle looked quite dangerous on the break, but a good ball inside from Samaras, looking for Hooper. Hooper plays it through, looking for Commons. It's going to be a first time shot. Oh, he played it with his right foot. Well, normally you see that nestling in the other corner, because Commons is usually so good for playing the ball across. That time he played it to the near post. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Disappointment for Celtic.
Yeah, and disappointment for Chris Commons as well. Just holding his head there. I expect him to take it on his left foot, and without question that is the best chance of the first half.
Well, you can see the frustration there from Chris Commons. It was a good ball inside from Samaras, and then the threaded ball through from Gary Hooper towards Chris Commons. And certainly if it had been in his left foot, I would have absolutely no doubt that would have been in the back of the net, and it would have been 1-0.
Yeah, I think we'd have been celebrating by now, Paul, if that had been on to Chris's left foot.
Instead it's a goal kick for the visitors. Finds Shinnie just in front of his own dugout. Plays it to his brother, but he's dispossessed by Chris Commons. Inverness get the break of the ball, however. Meekins knocks it forward, looking for Billy Mackay. But again, Celtic close down Inverness, and it's Georgios Samaras. Samaras gets beyond. Raven does well. Still Samaras, and again he just knocks it too far forward. And Gusco's behind, but it was great pace from Georgios Samaras. Just disappointing, he just didn't manage to get that ball in the box.
It was an absolutely brilliant take, turn and run from Georgios, wasn't it? Very unfortunate he couldn't get the final ball.
Charlie Mulgrew read that one well, plays it off Doran. And it's Celtic now over the halfway line with Berham Kyle. Kyle skips past one challenge, shows great trickery, plays it through, looking for Gary Hooper. It's left for Lustig. Lustig a chance! Oh, he's hit the side netting. Head in the hands from Lustig, from Neil Lennon, and I think from everyone round Celtic Park. That should be 1-0, and Berham Kyle did so well. I was just getting ready to celebrate that one, Terry.
It's like you say, Paul, we were looking there thinking, is that the chance of the half? It certainly is.
Well, Gary Hooper, it was running onto him, he left it. He must have got the shout from Lustig, and again it goes to the near post and just goes behind for a goal kick. Reguero will be a relief man, as will Inverness Cali Thistle, but disappointment for Celtic. A chance to go a goal ahead before half time. We've got 4.5 minutes of this first half, and Celtic getting closer, you have to say.
Well, that's the great thing about it, Paul. We're getting more and more positive. Two chances in the space of about 2 minutes there.
Charlie Mulgrew steps in, takes responsibility for that one, and just gives it to Lustig. He's getting a lot of joy down that right hand side, getting beyond the last man, and he'll be disappointed he didn't put that one in the back of the net.
The more and more I see of Michael Lustig, the more I get impressed by him.
Kyle showed great creativity to set that one up as Commons just switches it across to the left hand side. Again it was well read by Raven. Knocked inside to Doran, who finds Shinnie in the centre circle, and his heels are clipped there by Berham Kyle, and he's been booked. Well, that's 2 Celtic bookings there, and it'll be interesting to see when Inverness Cali next foul a Celtic player, whether or not there's a yellow card out. I'm guessing there won't be.
I'm telling you, I mean, it is, you have to say it's a foul, but it's really, really harsh to get a yellow card for that. And whereas with George's Salmon, I actually think, well, he has to be careful now with the rest of the match. You know, is he going to make any more tackles like that? Whereas with Berham Kayal, the role he's playing, he is going to have to be careful now.
Well, Neil Lennon, in conversation with the fourth official, and you have to say that for a game that's been played in the best of spirits, to have 2 yellow cards for 2 pretty innocuous challenges is a sign of poor refereeing, really. Gary Hooper just knocks that one out of play. Meeking's quite happy just to let that one drift out. And I think Inverness Cali Thistle, certainly with the way Celtic have been creating better chances, the closer we get to half time, they'll be relieved probably to get in at half time still goalless.
Very much so, particularly the goalkeeper, I have to say. He's been forced into a couple of saves, getting down a few times to block, but...
Well, Shinnie still holds off 2 Celtic players, plays it back, but Tony Watt does well, plays it forward to Chris Commons. Good play from Tony Watt. Commons now up against Roberts, skips past Roberts, and he's brought down there from Shinnie. Well, why isn't that a yellow card?
Absolutely. Call me a cynic, Paul, but that's definitely a yellow card.
Well, that's no worse a foul than certainly either of the 2 Celtic. You can hear what the Celtic fans think of that. And Callum Murray showing that great inconsistency that we know is a characteristic of referees. And again, Charlie Mulgrew, a chance to deliver the ball into the box, was the best way to answer. As with a goal, Inverness Cali Thistle a 2-man wall, everyone else in the box, and Charlie Mulgrew a chance to deliver into the penalty area, steps forward, knocks it into the 6-yard box, but it's saved comfortably by the Inverness Cali keeper. A disappointment with about 90 seconds to go. Celtic still goalless here with Inverness Cali Thistle, and it's the visitors on the attack down the right hand side with Doran. Plays it inside looking for Shinnie, but it was intercepted and knocked all the way back to Charlie Mulgrew inside his own penalty area. He moves out, and Celtic building from the back again. Wanyama forward to Commons. Commons shrugs past Roberts, still Commons, dispossessed by Doran, and it's now with Tudor Jones in the centre of the Inverness midfield. Plays it to Shinnie, and he goes down. That's going to be one of the most embarrassing falls I think you'll see in a long time.
It was like watching best man falls when you were a kid in the 70s. Why was that a free kick, and what happened earlier seconds ago wasn't?
I think sometimes in tight games there's nothing like a wee bit of official injustice to get the crowd going and get the team going as well, but it's Inverness again. It's just a wasted free kick followed by the visitors, and we're fast approaching the 45 minutes. I don't know if there'll be any stoppage time. Well, Effie Ambrose did well there, showed great presence of mind because he couldn't touch that ball in the penalty area. Plays it back to Fraser Foster on the edge of his own 6-yard box.
I don't know about stoppage time, Paul, but it was almost hard stoppage time there with that ball come across.
Samaras knocks it on. It's headed out by Warren on the left hand side. Samaras will leave that one for Adam Matthews. There can't be too long left. The referee's just already had a look at his watch, and I think it's almost going to be half time. Samaras holds off Warren. Still Samaras, and eventually he's dispossessed by Shinnie, and in fact that is the last action of the first half as the referee blows. Still the substitutes warming up at the moment before we see both teams come back out. It's unlikely the manager doesn't, he does on occasion, but it's unlikely they would make any immediate changes, but he certainly has options that maybe after an hour or so, depending on how the first 15 minutes go, he could change things about.
I haven't seen anything in the first half, Paul, that would convince me that you would make a change. The team are playing well, they've got a width about them, they've certainly got a bit of pace, there's an eagerness, as I said to you before. Tony Watt moving left, moving right, coming into centre. I can't see Neil Lennon changing it maybe in the first 15-20 minutes.
No, the Inverness team back out on the pitch. There's no changes from Terry Butcher's side. It's Antonio Reguero on goals, David Raven, Graham Shinnie, Owen Tudor-Jones, Gary Warren, Billy Mackay, Richie Foran, Andrew Shinnie, Josh Meekings, Aaron Doran and Philip Roberts. It's going to be Celtic who'll kick off the second half, but we're still waiting for Neil Lennon's side to reappear out the tunnel. They'll be led, of course, by Georges Samaras, captain this afternoon, with Scott Brown on the bench, although Charlie Mulgrew is the first man out. sprints, and again I don't think there's going to be any changes. The Celtic starting 11 for the second half will be Fraser Foster, Lustig at right back, Matthews at left back, Charlie Mulgrew alongside Efe Ambrose in the centre of the defence. Midfield four of Commons, Wanyama, Kayal and Samaras. Up front, Gary Hooper and Tony Watt. The referee this afternoon is Callum Murray, and Celtic will kick off, shooting from right to left as we look here from the main stand, and looking for the goals. And Andy Main from Bilbao just says it's good to see Kyle back in midfield, and certainly he's looked promising at times and quite creative in that first half. Be good to see him getting a goal this afternoon. As Charlie Mulgrew heads that ball back, he was looking for Adam Matthews, but it's going out of play. A throw in just in front of the Celtic dugout. David Raven will take this one, the former Tranmere defender. Right back, he's made a couple of timely interventions. He's read a couple of crossfield passes looking for Adam Matthews. I'm sure Terry Butcher's told his team to expect Celtic to push forward in the first 15 minutes or so of the second half to try and get that early breakthrough. It's happened so often. It's Adam Matthews just in front of his manager there on the touchline to take this throw in. He's got Samaras ahead of him, looks to find Samaras, he knocks it on, looking for Tony Watt. Watt challenges with David Raven, gets his body in front, David Raven goes down. Well, that's an embarrassment actually as a professional footballer there for Raven. Really is. They should be utterly ashamed of himself for faking that injury.
I think at five-a-side we call that one a pure riddy.
Well, a throw in, Adam Matthews to take the long throw in into the penalty area, looking for Samaras, but it's headed clear out to the edge of the box. Doran couldn't quite get that one. Matthews cuts inside, he's at Commons, but he finds Samaras. Good play from Matthews. Samaras plays it across. Tony Watt tries to get that one. Lustig knocks it back to Commons. Commons across to Adam Matthews. Matthews against Doran, plays it forward to Samaras. 1-2, good play there from Celtic. Samaras gets back up on his feet. Matthews plays it inside to Gary Hooper, but he's dispossessed. And again, Inverness can't clear it. Wanyama plays it to Commons. Commons on his left foot, plays it high, plays it wide, it's over the bar. But Celtic really just starting where they left off in the first half, Jerry, and that's laying siege to the Inverness penalty area.
Very much on the front foot, Paul. That was a real chance there for Chris. Again, he gets a sight of goal, he winds up that left foot, high, wide and handsome it has to be said, but again another chance.
Well, he'll be disappointed. He certainly needs no invitation to have a shot, but still to really test Reguero, the Spanish goalkeeper, who just clears that goal kick over the halfway line. Efe Ambrose watches that one. The ball spins to the right hand side, it's picked up by Lustig, he plays it down the line looking for Tony Watt, but Meekings managed to play it back to his goalkeeper, and again it's up over the halfway line, knocked on by Mackay, and I think he came back from an offside position. It was a good header inside towards Doran. The linesman's flag up immediately. The ball back with Ambrose. Switched across now to Mulgrew. Mulgrew plays it out to Matthews, forward to Samaras. First time inside looking for Hooper. It comes off one Tudor Jones and it's cleared. Blocked by the referee. Gary Hooper trying to thread it through to Tony Watt. The referee was going to become my new favourite player there if he'd actually set up a goal, but instead it was a pass through that was intercepted by Inverness as Charlie Mulgrew clears it forward again. Sometimes it's those like lucky breaks that can change a game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Paul.
Gary Hooper forward looking for Tony Watt. He's challenged by Meeking, plays it up towards Doran, who just flicks it on to Andrew Shinney. It's across to Billy Mackay. And it's back now with Richie Foran. Inverness trying to keep possession, but Victor Wanyama just steps in, dispossesses Aaron Doran, and it's Matthews across now to Chris Commons, stabs it through looking for Lustig again. I'm not sure if Lustig's got himself his first goal scorer this afternoon, but he really he's getting into a lot of good positions. And
he read that so well there, didn't he, the pass that was coming through. Very, very keen to go down the flanks.
It's now with Chris Commons wide on the right, cuts into his left foot, plays it back towards Lustig. Lustig knocks it across. He'll be disappointed with that because it just went high, it went wide. Well, it's behind for a goal kick, and we've gone just over 4 minutes of the second half. And a cold winter's afternoon here at Celtic Park, and it's still goalless between Celtic and Inverness. Callie Thistle.
Yeah, I think McKill will be quite disappointed with that. Superb reverse pass though, wasn't it, from Chris Collins?
Well, the goalkeeper in no great hurry to take the goal kick, and being hurried along by Callum Murray's whistle. Effie Ambrose wins that header, knocks it down. It finds its way to Graham Shinnie, plays it down the line looking for Roberts. He cuts inside, but there's no one there except a Celtic player. It's back now with Charlie McGrew, forward to Victor Wanyama. He's been closed down by Billy Mackay, and he switches it to the left hand side. Adam Matthews over the halfway line in front of the main stand, plays it down the inside left channel to Tony Watt. Tony Watt in the edge of the box. There's good play there from Watt, tries to knock it across looking for Matthews, but again it's cleared up towards Inverness, and Billy Mackay does well to hold it. Raven forward to Shinnie. Shinnie cuts in off the left touchline, gives it to Mackay. 1-2, and good play there from Inverness. Suddenly they're broke forward. It's 4 against 3. Andrew Shinnie plays it to Mackay. He's onside, plays it across the 6-yard box. It's intercepted by Charlie McGrew at the expense of a corner kick, but good play from the visitors on the counter attack, Jerry.
Yeah, it's dangerous, it has to be said. They really blocked you 4 on 3 there, as you say, Paul. There was a real imminent danger about it, but the Celtic defence come back very, very quickly.
But it's the first corner of the second half. It's Inverness' first corner of the game. It just shows you there's only been 2 corners in the game, one for Celtic, one from Inverness, both from this same corner down between the main stand and the Lisbon Lions stand. It's taken quickly. The Shinnie brothers combining. Graham Shinnie plays it into the box, comes off the head of Georges Samaras. Gary Hooper knocks it out, and suddenly Celtic on the attack. Benham Kyle knocks it forward down the left hand side. Chris Commons in a sprint for it. Tony Watt goes to the near post, and he plays it off David Raven. He gets a second bite at it for Chris Commons. This time Raven blocks at the expense of a throw in. It was good defensive play, but frustration. Celtic suddenly turned defence into attack.
Superb pass there from Berham Kyle to release Chris Commons, and you could see Tony Watt shouting to him where he wanted the ball, and Chris tried to play it, unfortunately come off the defender. And
it always vindicates my belief that short corners are rubbish, because Inverness just ruined a set piece by playing a short corner. Thankfully, from a Celtic point of view, it was wasted. It's given Celtic a chance now to deliver a long throw in into the box from Adam Matthews. It's missed by every Celtic player and Inverness player, eventually hooked clear from the edge of the box by Doran. Billy Mackay in a race with Effie Ambrose. Ambrose watches that one and eventually plays it all the way back to Fraser Foster on the edge of the D. Good play there from Ambrose under pressure from Billy Mackay. But we signs that Inverness are maybe committing more players forward on the break.
Yeah, I think they've been told at half time it's still 0-0. You've got a chance here, get in amongst them. Wanyama switches it left to right. Ambrose takes a touch, gives it to Lustig on the halfway line. He cuts inside. He's got Benham Kyle in the centre circle, gives it to the Israeli internationalist. Across now to his central midfield partner Wanyama, just back to Charlie Mulgrew, and again Inverness now funneling back, trying to close down the space. Charlie Mulgrew moves forward. Good play from Mulgrew, gives it to Hooper, but he kind of stood on the ball there. Mulgrew tries to put pressure on that one. Good play there from Charlie Mulgrew, and Inverness have given possession away. Matthews to Mulgrew, back to Kyle. Kyle, well, he got a break in the ball there. He was under pressure from Foran, and it's very, very tight and tense at the moment with about 8 minutes of the second half gone, Jerry. Yeah, every time Celtic got on the ball, they're shut down very, very quickly. Victor almost getting caught in the middle of the pitch there. Well, he did well. Victor Wanyama tries to give it to Tony Watt, but it's knocked back by Warren, picked up by Benham Kyle. He's dispossessed, but Adam Matthews did well, and it's Celtic now spread the ball out wide. Gary Hooper dispossessed by Roberts, who just races down the left hand side. Hooper chasing him back. It's still Roberts. Roberts tries to get beyond Ambrose, but he put a foot in. It was good play there from Ambrose. Gets beyond Tudor Jones. That's the furthest forward I've seen the Welshman in the whole game. And the furthest back we've seen Gary Hooper there. Effortlessly cool from Effie Ambrose though. Matthews out wide to Samaras in front of the Inverness Cali dugout. Has to play it back to Charlie Mulgrew. Forward now to Benham Kyle. Commons over the halfway line, cuts inside, flicks it forward, gives it to Kyle. Kyle tries to knock it out wide, and it's gone out for a throw in front of the main stand to the visitors.
Again, they'll be happy with the way things have gone in the second half, trying to frustrate the home side. Andrew Shinney just holds off. Kyle just knocks it down the right hand side to Doran. Doran, the edge of the box, plays it across the 6-yard box again, and Effie Ambrose gets a foot in. This time he puts it behind, but that was close to being an own goal, but he did well, the Celtic defender.
It's the same ball, Paul, just played across the front, and last time it was Charlie Mulgrew, this time it was Effie Ambrose. You can see there what happened with Berham Kyle, because he's on that yellow card, and he sort of struggled a wee bit to just get in.
Well, at this time I think Graham Shinney will deliver the ball into the box. I don't think there'll be a short corner, although his brother might give him that option. This time I think it'll be a left-footed in-swinger. Plays it into the 6-yard box. It comes off the head of Warren. He'll be disappointed because he just kind of let it bounce off his head rather than trying to direct it. And it's gone harmlessly behind for a goal kick, but it's... you might be right, Jerry. I think maybe Inverness have been told to try and show a bit more adventure going forward in the second half.
Well, Terry Butcher's played here many times before, so he knows what happens the longer you go 0-0 at Celtic Park. There's a wee bit of anxiety creeps in, a bit of frustration from the crowd.
Warren wins that one against Tony Watt. It's knocked over his head by Owen Tudor-Jones. It's headed clear by Ambrose, picked up by Matthews. Samaras forward, but again Warren intercepts. He's been chased back by Tony Watt, and it's a free kick for the visitors. Tony Watt penalised for that challenge on the Inverness central defender. The big number 5 is a decent game actually for Inverness so far. He's put himself about.
Remarkable, I suppose, that Tony Watt wasn't yellow carded there for that trip.
Do you know, I wouldn't have surprised me if the referee had, but maybe seen the error of his ways. It's a throw into Celtic in front of the main stand, down the left touchline towards Tony Watt. He's been wrestled there. Well, Warren had his arm right round his neck, so how that isn't a foul is beyond me.
It's an astonishing decision, isn't it?
Wanyama tries to go past Owen Tudor-Jones, plays it forward towards Tony Watt. There's two men round Tony Watt. Still Watt gets past one, does well, knocks it back towards Wanyama. Good play there from Tony Watt. Switched across, but again it's read by Roberts. And suddenly it's Inverness on the counter-attack again with Roberts. Still Roberts trying to hold off Wanyama. Billy Mackay takes up the ball, plays it out wide left to Andrew Shinney. Graham Shinney goes wide. Andrew Shinney goes to the touchline, then plays it across, and disappointment for the visitors. But again, just I think frustration that it was a ball across and it was caught between two Celtic players. A
quick incisive break there, though, you have to say. Victor Wanyama did very, very well to get back and make his presence felt and panic the boy maybe to playing the ball out wide.
Foster with the clearance over the halfway line, but again it's Warren with the header back into Celtic territory. Charlie Mulgrew will just have to let that one go out of play for a Celtic throw in and just leave it for the Celtic left back Adam Matthews. Neil Lennon on the edge of the technical area. Charlie Mulgrew moves forward, Billy Mackay goes to track him, plays it forward looking for Gary Hooper, but this time it's Meekings who read that one. It's not forward to Tony Watt. Tony Watt leaves it for Commons. 25 yards from goal, plays it to Samaras. Samaras has to cut in off the left touchline. Across now to Wanyama. Wanyama switches it. Berham Kyle inside right to Samaras. Samaras back to Wanyama. Wanyama switches it to Commons. Commons up against Raven, and it's Doran who dispossesses Matthews. Richie Foran to Shinney, to Doran, to Foran. It's not easy to say. The Irishman, the Inverness captain, has to play it back to his right back. Well, Raven is trying to find Shinney. It's a long ball looking for the run of Gary Hooper, but finds the Cali Thistle goalkeeper. You can sense just that sense of frustration rippling round Celtic Park, Jerry.
Celtic now trying to get the ball up to the front two much quicker than they were in the first half as well. That was just unfortunately a misdirected pass from Georgios Samaras that the goalkeeper read quite well.
Billy Mackay wide on the left at the moment, the number 7. Plays it inside to Doran. Doran in the centre of midfield. Moves forward inside left channel. Plays it back to Billy Mackay's inside the box. Well, he tried to play it through there. They just ran out of space. Berham Kyle just clears it up over the halfway line. But again, it's Warren who plays it first time out to Raven. Raven takes a touch, goes towards the touchline. Samaras puts pressure on him, but he plays it into the 6-yard box, and it's cleared out by Charlie Mulgrew, right-footed. Shoulder challenge there between Wanyama and Richie Foran. Almost knocks the Inverness Cali captain into the Cali dugout. They actually got it, the mistake there. It was actually it's Kyle and Samaras have been booked, not Kyle and Wanyama. Charlie Mulgrew gets a foot in, Wanyama heads it back into midfield. It's picked up by Chris Commons, just knocks it high, long. Warren watches that one bounce. He's under pressure from Tony Watt. He heads it back behind for a corner kick. Good pressure there. Just a big, if this was rugby, you call it a Gary Owen.
A big punt up the park, it has to be said. Tony Watt did really, really well there to put pressure on the defender, so they had no choice but to head it out for a corner kick.
Well, it might not be pretty, but it has been effective in giving Celtic their second corner of the afternoon, with just over an hour gone here at Celtic Park, and it's going to be Charlie Mulgrew again with a set piece, a chance to deliver the ball into the box. Could Victor Wanyama get his head on it again? Could Mikael Lustig? Celtic just looking for that first goal. It's been a tight game. It's Charlie Mulgrew plays it across, but it's headed clear by Owen Tudor-Jones. Billy Mackay just flicks it at the back of his head. Adam Matthews is the first to that, gives it to Charlie Mulgrew again. He plays it into the 6-yard box, and Gary Hooper's flagged for offside. And the play peters out, and it's a free kick to Inverness Cali Thistle in their 6-yard box. And they'll be quite happy. And again, he's in no great hurry, the Inverness goalkeeper, to take this on, just trying to take the sting out of any momentum that Celtic might try and build up.
What is the Spanish for hurry up, mate? I mean, he's been doing that quite a few times now since the start of the second half. I actually think he tried it in the first 10 minutes of the first half.
Doran challenged there by Lustig. Doran switched to the left hand side, Robertson the right hand side, but it's Andrew Shinnie. Shinnie, on the edge of the box, still Shinnie. Plays it out wide to Roberts. Roberts tries to get beyond Matthews, but he did well. Adam Matthews. Richie Foran knocks it forward looking for Meekins, but it's intercepted by Gary Hooper. Did well, knocks it out to his right back. Lustig sprints back, in possession again. Knocks it long, but it's a free header for Inverness, and it's the visitors who pick the ball up. And again, it's Doran that drives forward. He was trying to find Billy Mackay there, but it comes off a Celtic player, and it's the home side in possession again. Commons knocks it forward, another high one looking for Samaras. Samaras up against Raven. Still Samaras on the edge of the box, on his right foot. Cuts inside, gives it across to Wanyama. Wanyama takes a touch, plays it to Commons. Commons on the edge of the box, knocks it out wide. Still Celtic. The ball played across, and it's high, it's wide, and Neil Lennon signals for someone to come on. I think there's going to be a substitution. Looks as if it might be Paddy McCourt, Jerry.
I think that's the kind of trickery we might need here, Paul, to be honest. Mikael Lustig, again, it's the second time he's put us at a wayward crossover.
Well, Paddy McCourt is the man, I think, who's going to come on to try and unlock the Inverness defence. Tony Watt will be disappointed that there wasn't another chance there set up, as Reguero plays it left-footed high, challenged by Chris Commons with Graham Shinnie, and it breaks out on the far side in front of the north stand for a throw-in to Inverness Cali Thistle. 18 minutes of the second half gone, and it's still goalless here at Celtic Park, and Neil Lennon is going to make the first substitution of the afternoon, and it's some magic from the Derry Pelly we're really looking for, Jerry.
I think we're looking to get the ball out to Paddy and let him take on a few players. This seems to be the thing that's missing at the moment. For this Celtic side, we're not really having someone there that can jink about and look for that final pass.
And it's Inverness again on the attack with Doran. Doran on the edge of the box, just rolls it to Roberts. Roberts takes a touch, cuts inside, plays it across. It must be offside, surely. Well, Mackay has put it in the back of the net. The linesman kept his flag down, but certainly from where we're standing, and the fans in the main stand certainly thought it was offside. I'd need to see that one again, Jerry. That was my first thought.
We'll definitely need to see it again. I'm absolutely convinced it was offside. I think the Celtic defence stopped as well.
Well, it was good play there from Roberts. It looked as if he was going to shoot. He cut back. Well, unless he just ran from between the two defenders. We can't quite see from that angle, but the linesman kept his flag down, which is the only thing that really matters. Tony Watt's gone off and Paddy McCourt's coming on, and that is just real disappointment.
I think so, Paul, and I think there's a claim there that perhaps when he left Charlie Mulgrew playing, Charlie got up and possibly played the boy onside as well.
Well, Billy Mackay has scored his 7th goal of the season, and it's a goal which has given Terry Butcher's side the lead here at Celtic Park, and Tony Watt has gone off to be replaced by Paddy McCourt. It's Chris Commons on the ball at the moment. Georgios Samaras has moved into a more central role, and Paddy McCourt's wide on the left. But Celtic having to come from behind here as Effie Ambrose moves forward 25 yards from goal onto his left foot, knocks it across looking for Wanyama. Wanyama takes a touch, volleys it. Oh, it's just dipping, but just couldn't quite come down soon enough. The goalkeeper still decided to dive for that one, but it's gone behind for a goal kick, and certainly not the way the second half has not gone the way we would have hoped.
It's certainly been a wee bit more even Steven in terms of possession and attacking, but Victor, their first chances really had to get a wee bit of time to size up the shot, and it's just unfortunate.
Well, about 25 minutes plus added time here at Celtic Park. Celtic need 2 goals to get the 3 points. At the moment they're trailing by that goal to 0. Fraser Foster has really not too much to do, and there was nothing he could have done there as Mackay just steered that one into the back of the net. It was a good striker's finish, as I say, from the angle that we saw. We can't. My first inclination was to shout for offside, but it's all academic now. The goal stands, and Celtic trailing by a goal to 0 here at Celtic Park against Inverness Cali Thistle. Charlie Mulgrew is forced to play it back to Fraser Foster, and I think Charlie just saying there was no options for him. That's why he had to play it back.
He didn't have anything on, Paul. That's exactly why he played it back.
Well, the ball played down the right hand side. It's going out for a throw in about 20 yards inside the Cali Thistle half. Lustig takes this one. Has to play it back to Ambrose. Paddy McCourt, the first substitute of the afternoon, still to get his first touch as Ambrose just knocks it out wide to Mikael Lustig. Forward gets the quick return from Gary Hooper, but it's intercepted by Doran. Effie Ambrose picks that one up, flicks it out wide again to Lustig. Lustig crosses, and again the block from Doran. Didn't know quite where it was, and it's gone out for a throw in about 10 yards from the corner flag over on that far side, and it's going to be Scott Brown who comes on, the second of the Celtic substitutes.
I think Neil Lennon's decided, quite rightly, Paul, that there needs to be a lot more urgency about the Celtic attack.
The ball played into the box. Samaras couldn't quite get his head on that one. It breaks out in the near side, and Roberts, who created that chance, plays it forward. Charlie Mulgrew slips, and good header there from Mackay. Finds Andrew Shinney up against Charlie Mulgrew, the number 10. Plays it towards Tudor Jones. He flicks it with his left foot. He should have played it with his right. Thankfully he didn't, because he could have had would have been a real problem for Fraser Foster. And Celtic almost in trouble there, and that's got to be a booking there. A late challenge by Philip Roberts on Adam Matthews. He becomes the 3rd player, the first Inverness Cali Thistle player booked, and maybe we get let out of jail there with that chance, Jerry.
We absolutely did, it has to be said.
And it came from Charlie Mulgrew just slipping. Billy Mackay headed it to Andrew Shinney, and then when he knocked it on, it's going to be Adam Matthews who comes off for Scott Brown. I think what you'll find is Victor Wanyama will go back to the central defence. Effie Ambrose, alongside Effie Ambrose, and Charlie will go to left back.
Yeah, Charlie will go to left back. You can see that taking shape right now.
And Scott Brown takes the armband and the position in the centre of the Celtic midfield as Charlie Mulgrew clips it forward, looking for Samaras up against Gary Warren. He clears it. Warren, it's a decent game in central defence this afternoon. Inverness now with something to hold on to. Billy Mackay goes down. It's a throw in, goes the way of the visitors, just in front of their own dugout, just almost in the halfway line. Neil Lennon out shouting instructions to his team.
I think Neil quite incandescent about that award as well.
It's David Raven, the right back, gets the return, plays it left footed down the line looking for Roberts, gets beyond Charlie Mulgrew, but Victor Wanyama steps in. Scott Brown gets his first touch He switches it to Lustig, back now to Ambrose. Celtic with just over 20, but 21 minutes to go here. The ball played forward, and it's Scott Brown who suddenly finds his way forward, cushions the header out to Commons, needs a good delivery into the box, plays it into the 6-yard box looking for Samaras. It's headed, almost an own goal, but a wonderful save from Reguero. He's not had too much to do in the second half, but he had to react instinctively to a header from his own man. Well, Celtic so close to that equaliser there. They're still on the attack now with Victor Wanyama in the centre circle. Scott Brown having to drive the team on. Good delivery from Chris Commons from that wide area. Berham Kyle now, and the ball rolls it out left to Charlie Mulgrew, out to Paddy McCourt. This is his first touch. Paddy McCourt cuts inside, gets past one man, still Paddy McCourt, goes across, still Paddy McCourt, takes a shot and eventually just runs into two Benny Blue shots, but that's exactly why he's on the park.
That's absolutely right, Paul. Fantastic run there from Paddy, shaping up for the shot. Inverness defenders just trying very, very hard to get in front of him, get a block in.
Brown plays it across into the penalty area. It's brought down by Commons and volleyed over the bar and behind for a goal kick. Just before that we saw the cross from Chris Commons, went for Georgios Samaras' head, but it was an Inverness Cali player that turned it goalwards, and it was a great save actually, not quite of the Gordon Banks variety, but of that ilk.
Yeah, fantastic instinctive save, isn't it, to keep his team in it. And of course here we are now. The goalkeeper was time wasting at 0-0. I think he's going for a cup of tea now.
Well, he clears it over the halfway line. Berham Kyle challenges with that one. Billy Mackay wins the header against Wanyama, but Charlie Mulgrew knocks it on looking for Georgios Samaras. Samaras has been held back by Warren. Well, surely a foul. Not sure there was an advantage there, but it's still Celtic in possession, followed by Victor Wanyama. Glides past three players. Wanyama tries to knock it through looking for Commons. It's knocked up towards the centre circle, and it's Owen Tudor-Jones. He could have had a half chance there a couple of minutes ago to make it 2-0 to Cali Thistle. Ball played down the line. Charlie Mulgrew manages to get that one at the second attempt. Well, he thought about playing it back, but actually got a shout from the crowd that Billy Mackay had almost read that one. Berham Kyle goes down and wins the foul. Inverness penalised there for the foul on the Celtic midfielder.
Clumsy challenge, wasn't it, Paul?
Well, Celtic going to make another substitution there. I just saw Gary Parker handing a piece of paper to the fourth official. It's going to be the third and final substitution. One of the substitutes, Paddy McCourt, cuts inside again. Three players round him, gives it to Brown. The other substitute plays it forward to Commons. Commons tries to get it out wide. Eventually Samaras does, gives it to Lustig. Lustig back inside to Samaras. Samaras inside right channel, slips, plays it behind Lustig. And Graham Shinnie will be quite happy just to let that one go out of play. Frustration, 27 minutes gone in this second half. I'm just trying to see, I'm not sure if it's Lassad, Jerry, who might be the third and final substitute.
Yes, I think it is Lassad coming on, Paul, yeah.
But Inverness in possession at the moment. The ball played forward towards Billy Mackay, the goal scorer. Shinnie inside to Doran. The ball played back. Inverness still keeping possession. They'll want to try and frustrate Celtic, but they've given the ball away now. Celtic with a last throw of the dice. And a free kick goes the way of the home side. Effie Ambrose will take this one. As Lassad waits to come on. They're looking to try and make it 2 goals in 2 games. As Lustig comes in off the right touchline, fires it forward looking for Samaras. Cushion to Commons to Charlie Mulgrew. Mulgrew clips it to the far post looking for Samaras. Well, I don't see what the advantage is when there's a free kick dead centre of the goal. I mean, that's just bad refereeing.
I would agree with you, Paul. Just don't play the advantage, award the free kick.
Well, frustration mounting. The Celtic fans not happy about that as Tudor-Jones just plays it long. And Celtic just wait for the third and final substitution. The boos ring round towards Callum Murray. Berham Kyle out wide to Scott Brown over the halfway line. Forward towards Commons. Commons back to his captain. Forward now to Lustig. Lustig in the edge of the box, plays it across the 6-yard box. Comes off a post, I think it was, and goes behind for a corner kick. It's Celtic getting closer. We'll have to see that one again, but Celtic so close to the goal. A good delivery in there from Lustig. Oh, did he come off the post and then goes behind for a corner kick?
Almost an own goal, wasn't it?
Well, it's twice Inverness have almost given Celtic the equaliser. 15 and a half minutes to go. The Celtic fans trying to roll the team on. It's Charlie Mulgrew, the Celtic's third corner of the game. Plays it into the 6-yard box. It's headed clear. And it's going to be Doran. Doran picks the ball up and he's dispossessed by Charlie Mulgrew. Mulgrew back to Scott Brown. Brown's got Commons wide on the right. Instead chips it into the box. Finds the head again of Gary Warren. Headed back in by Scott Brown. Picked up by Paddy McCourt. McCourt tries to go beyond the Inverness defence, but it's Inverness back in possession. Andrew Shinnie goes down. Well, that was never a foul. He just fell down there, and the referee again far too quick to get his whistle to his mouth there.
Unbelievable decision, you have to say. I mean, Paddy McCourt's doing his best to track the player and play the ball, and it's happening right in front of the linesman.
Well, Lassad waits to come on, and the fourth official complaining about Neil Lennon, who's having a word now with Callum Murray, and the referee telling Neil Lennon to calm down. It's no wonder the Celtic manager's frustrated, because the referee has been puzzling, I think. Guys, Gary Hooper goes off to be replaced by Lassad.
Woefully inconsistent refereeing, you have to say. I mean, that was never a foul.
And it's a free kick. It has been given. It's in front of the Celtic dugout. We're just under 15 minutes to go, and it's still the visitors who lead by that goal in 64 minutes from Billy Mackay. And no great hurry to take this free kick. Gary Warren eventually knocks it across to the left hand side, looking for Philip Roberts. It's a terrible free kick. And it's Celtic in possession, still in their own half. Victor Wanyama forward to Kyle. Kyle in the centre circle. Cross now to Scott Brown. Celtic just trying to drive forward. They're still in their own half, however. Back now to Ambrose. Ambrose moves forward over the halfway line. Still Ambrose. Brown. And it's played forward. Chris Commons came back from an offside position. And Lassad goes to close down the goalkeeper. And it's not been the best so far, but there's still time for Celtic to get back in level terms and then go for this winner. But certainly the sooner we get back in level terms, Jerry, the better.
I think if we get back to level terms, we can get a winner, and you can certainly see the difference that Scott Brown's energy and pace and drive has made to that midfield since he came on.
Victor Wanyama has moved back to central defence. He just plays it forward now to Kyle. Rolls it out to Paddy McCourt just over the halfway line. Kyle's just inside. Back now to Victor Wanyama again. Inverness just funneling back, trying to block the space. Switch to the right hand side. Ambrose drives forward. He's got Lustig wide. Almost slips Ambrose. He's been tackled by Billy Mackay, but Celtic still keep possession. It's now with the captain. Brown to Lassad. Lassad inside right. Still Lassad moves forward. Gives it to Commons. Commons a chance. And he just couldn't quite get control. He was always, the ball was spinning away from him there in frustration.
It was because Chris had a bit of space in the box there to maybe turn and do something with it. It's encouraging though that we're getting into the box now and getting a wee bit of space to fashion a chance.
Well, another goal kick goes the way of the visitors. And again, the Spanish goalkeeper in no particular hurry to take it. Eventually does. It finds its way to Mikael Lustig. Has to play it all the way back to Fraser Foster on the edge of his own penalty area. Foster moves out, knocks it long, looking for Samaras. He's been wrestled there by, well, Richie Foran being booked for that push on Georgios Samaras.
I think the ironic cheers just sum that decision up, to be quite honest, Paul.
Well, again, it's given Charlie Mulgrew a chance to deliver the ball into the box. Inverness pushing everyone back. Celtic pushing just about everyone bar Effie Ambrose and Fraser Foster forward. And it needs a good delivery into that penalty area, and more importantly, a Celtic head on the end of it. We have about 11 minutes to go as Charlie Mulgrew knocks it into the box, looking for Samaras. He flicks it on. It's gone behind for a corner kick. Celtic's fourth corner. They're keeping up the pressure.
Again, another chance to swing the ball right in on top of the goalkeeper here and make him flap a wee bit.
Well, this time it's Chris Commons who goes over to the far side to deliver this one into the box. He knocks it to the near post. It's headed out by Raven over on the far side. Commons will take the throw in quickly to Scott Brown. Gets the return on his favoured left foot. Delivers it again into the box. It's headed clear by an Inverness head. Picked up by Ambrose. Ambrose moves forward. Knocks it to Lassad. Lassad on the edge of the box. 3 players round him. Rolls it towards Charlie Mulgrew. And Shinnie tries to shepherd that one out. Instead he just knocks it long. And Doran in a sprint with Effie Ambrose. Does well. Ambrose knocks it across. Good confident defending. And Scott Brown in possession now. Celtic and anxiety in their play. They need to get back in level terms. Paddy McCourt in the centre circle. He's got Charlie Mulgrew wide in the left. Finds Mulgrew. Lassad's ahead of him. And again he's got no options but keeps possession. Let's switch now to the right hand side to Scott Brown. Brown forward to Lustig. Inside now to Paddy McCourt. McCourt up against Mackay. He's still in the box. Paddy McCourt plays it across, and again Inverness just throwing bodies in front of it. We're getting closer, Jerry.
We are indeed, Paul. We're just getting into the box more and more often now. We just need that one break to get the goal.
Short corner taken by Commons. Gets the return. Delivers it into the 6-yard box again, looking for Lassad. The ball breaks back. Lassad gets his body in front of Roberts. Plays it across, looking for Samaras. Chests it down. It's a chance. It's saved by the feet of the goalkeeper, and in the second attempt Commons blasts it over. It was unorthodox from the Spanish goalkeeper, but it kept Chris Commons at bay, and it's still 1-0 Inverness.
It doesn't matter what you get in front of it, Paul, as long as you keep it out, and that's exactly what he's done there.
Well, Lassad did well, just chipped it in. Samaras chested it down, and it was Chris Commons, and a save from Reguero, and he'll be pleased. The Spanish goalkeeper with that keeps his side ahead in this game, and it's wave after wave of Celtic attacks now. Paddy McCourt gets the break of the ball against Raven. He's been held back. Surely that's a foul, and that must be a booking. Well, I don't understand why Raven's not been booked for tugging back Paddy McCourt. Surely that's an automatic yellow card. Inverness. Cally Thistle looks set to make a substitution, but they're going to have to defend this set piece again. Charlie Mulgrew midway through the Inverness half, just in front of the main stand here. He'll deliver this one left footed into the box, and again Celtic will be looking to get on the end of it. Mulgrew steps forward, curls it into the box. Samaras heads, and it's gone behind. Celtic now with 6 corners. And again it's Chris Commons over on the far side to deliver this one into the box. Every Inverness player back defending this. Commons steps forward, knocks it into the 6-yard box. The ball high in there. Then eventually it breaks, and it's the knee of Raven, I think, that cleared that one. And it's Inverness suddenly on the attack. And it's a break, it's 2 against 1. It's a chance for Inverness. It's Doran, plays it across. It's a chance to make it 2-0. Oh, he's hit the bar. Doran must make it 2. Oh, and he's cleared off the line. That's an absolute sitter, but wonderful defending there from Effie Ambrose. It would have been game over. The ball hit the bar. I'm not sure if it was Mackay again who hit the bar. My goodness, what a sitter that was, Jerry.
Oh, that's going to be one of those ones you'll watch for years and years and years, how he didn't put that away. But you do feel like it came from a break up at the Inverness end that they really shouldn't have had, because Celtic were attacking and it was a high kick. I just thought that should be another free kick.
Well, Billy Mackay has gone off, and he'll be disappointed that his last touch wasn't putting the ball in the back of the net, because he should have made it 2-0. At the moment, his goal is the difference between the sides. He's been replaced by Shane Sutherland, but on the break there, Inverness Cali know they should be 2-0 ahead, Jerry, regardless of, there was Celtic claims that it was a foul there, but they broke. If Mackay didn't score, Aaron Doran should have buried it, but Effie Ambrose did really well to block that.
Did really well to block it, but you have to say, it should be 2-0, and that's a sitter being missed.
Well, maybe that's the break that Celtic needs, with about 6 minutes to go to full time. It's a goal kick, and there's still time As the ball taken quickly, Efe Ambrose's goal line clearance there could ultimately prove vital, but Celtic still to get the equaliser. Victor Wanyama knocks it forward, looking for Samaras, but he's beaten to the ball by Warren, and it's knocked all the way back to Fraser Foster. Fraser Foster will just play this one long, looking for Samaras again. He goes down against Warren, he stays down, nobody flags. The referee doesn't see it, Samaras holds his face, but it's Inverness Cali Thistle with Doran on the edge of the box. Samaras stays down, now with Sutherland. The substitute plays it to Owen Tudor-Jones, to Shinnie, Shinnie in the edge of the box, still Shinnie. Samaras stays down, and the referee stops play.
Well, the referee's stopping play here, Paul, when Celtic are breaking away with the ball. I mean, that's an astonishing decision again.
Well, Samaras getting treatment. We'll like to see that incident again, because he did go down holding his face. Gary Warren pleading innocence. The referee didn't see anything out of the officials. We haven't seen any replay yet, but Scott Brown going over to get some instructions from his manager. Celtic still trailing by that goal to nil with just under 5 minutes to go. Billy Mackay, who's just gone off, has also hit the bar, but it's Giorgio Samaras. Looks like he's really holding his shoulder slightly.
Yeah, it seems to be more his shoulder, isn't it? I think he's fit to continue, that's the thing.
Well, it's going to be a proper old-fashioned bounce up. Scott Brown wants the ball. That's more like it. It's like the good old days of the Ash Parks here in the west of Scotland. Celtic get the ball, but they still need a goal. Paddy McCourt switches it from left to right. Efe Ambrose knocks it to Lustig, who has to check his run, takes a touch, knocks it forward to Chris Commons. Commons cuts inside, still Commons up against Shinnie, goes down. Well, Shinnie boots the ball off him. Surely he must be booked for that. Commons takes it quickly. Well, I think he might have saved Graham Shinnie a booking. Paddy McCourt up against David Raven. Paddy McCourt goes to the touchline, and it's gone for a goal kick. McCourt thought it was a corner, and surely if Callum Murray was anything like a decent referee, he'd still go and book Graham Shinnie.
Yes,
but he
should now be calling it back.
Well, time is rapidly running out here for Celtic. It's been a disappointing second half so far. That goal in 64 minutes from Billy Mackay at the moment is what's separating the sides, and it's Sutherland sandwiched between two players and Scott Brown penalised for the challenge there on the Inverness substitute, and it's given Inverness time just to eat down the clock, really. It's given them possession, and as you would expect, Jerry, they're in no great hurry to take the free kick.
It's a wonder they don't wait for the goalkeeper to come up and take it, to be honest. It's just time wasting, but again, you're 1-0 up with a few minutes to go at Celtic Park. You're going to do this.
Well, we'll see whether the referee takes notice of that time wasting, as Mikael Lustig heads the ball out on the far side. Tudor-Jones up against Scott Brown, knocks it forward towards Roberts, and throw in goes the way of the home side, 16 yards from their own goal line, unfortunately. 2 minutes plus added time as Lustig plays it down the line. Lassad flicks it on, Foran plays it back into midfield. It's picked up by Kyle. Kyle just rolls it across to Wanyama, who just plays it to Charlie Mulgrew. He'll just take a touch, plays it long, looking for Samaras. Warren again gets a foot in, the ball breaks towards Commons, back to Scott Brown. Brown plays it forward towards Lustig. Lustig still on side, can he get that ball across? It's into the 6-yard box, and it's cleared by an Inverness player at the expense of a corner kick. Celtic's 7th corner. Can it be the magnificent 7 that we get a goal back and give us at least a couple of minutes to get a winner? Charlie Mulgrew to take this one. Can we get a Celtic head on this corner kick? Mulgrew plays it to the far post, looking for Victor Wanyama. He heads it behind, and it's a disappointment, and it's a goal kick, and it's still Celtic 0, Inverness Cali Thistle 1.
Yeah, it was a disappointing corner kick though, wasn't it? Really quite far at the back post, and Victor stretching to get anything on it at all.
And again, Reguero. You can't really blame Inverness Cali Thistle with 60 seconds plus added time to go to be in any great hurry, although he takes the goal kick now. Sutherland challenges with Wanyama. It's played back into the centre circle where Owen Tudor-Jones wins the free kick. Scott Brown penalised for a high boot there on the young Welshman, and it's a free kick almost in the centre circle, and again it just eats up some valuable time. Expect 3 or 4 minutes, I would say, for added time, but it may be that Celtic are just having to chase the equaliser then.
I think so, Paul.
Ball played into the corner looking for Andrew Shinnie, but Lustig will see that one out and take it quickly, gives it to Scott Brown. We're inside the last 60 seconds, we wait to see what added time. The fourth official just gets his board now as Efe Ambrose still in his own penalty area, surges out. He's been chased back by Shinnie, gives it to Lassad. Lassad over the halfway line, still Lassad, he's given the ball away to Doran, and it's Inverness Cali Thistle on the attack now. Doran will just try and take it into the corner. Inverness looking to eat up some time, and there's going to be 3 added minutes. Paddy McCourt moves forward down the left hand side. The Celtic fans not happy, they thought there should be more time. Lassad again back to Paddy McCourt. McCourt out to the right hand side towards Chris Commons, perhaps a chance for Celtic to get the equaliser. Commons plays it through looking for Samaras, and it's read there by the goalkeeper, and it's into the arms of Inverness. And Inverness are going to make another substitution just to try and kill some time. It does look as if Conor Pepper is going to come on for the last few seconds, and it'll be a remarkable victory for Inverness Cali Thistle, and a real disappointment if it stays the same for Celtic.
I would agree with that, Paul. I think that last move there just summed up the way it's been for us today so far.
Chris Commons in possession at the moment, but he's dispossessed by Andrew Shinnie, and again it's Inverness on the attack. Suddenly it's 4 against 3 again. The visitors, the ball switched to the left hand side. Roberts would set up that chance. Doran, who should have scored, Roberts holds off Efe Ambrose. Doran comes back from an offside position, and possession given away by Inverness Cali Thistle, and it's going to be another substitution, and it's going to be Philip Roberts, the teenager, who has caused some, probably Celtic more problems when he switched to the right hand side, which is where he set up the chance.
I would think so, Paul. Yeah, he's been the one player I think for Inverness that has been really quite threatening, you know. Hard to believe he's only 18.
Well, he's had a good game this afternoon, and he of course set up that goal for Billy Mackay in 64 minutes. Celtic probably have one more chance to get an equaliser. Fraser Forster just going to play this one long. Conor Pepper comes on, immediately takes up a defensive position just behind Paddy McCourt. Fraser Forster slips as he takes that one long. Lassad challenges. Foran just couldn't quite clear it the first attempt, eventually knocks it up towards the halfway line. Lustig heads it back towards Ambrose. Ambrose takes a touch back to Lustig in the halfway line. The ball just needs to be punted forward now, which is what Lustig has done, but it's going to go back to the goalkeeper, who just waits for that to bounce into his arms as Benham Kyle chased that one down. We have 60 seconds left, and it's Inverness Cali Thistle who look as if they're going to be heading back up to the Highlands with all 3 points, as Efe Ambrose just knocks that one high in the air. Andrew Shinnie challenges with Scott Brown. It's now with Charlie Mulgrew. Mulgrew knocks it long. Meekins challenges with Samaras, but it's Graham Shinnie who's the first to react. Gives it to Richie Foran. Foran who just play it into the corner looking for Conor Pepper. Sprint finish there with Charlie Mulgrew. Mulgrew does well. Pepper's fresh on, but Charlie Mulgrew had the legs to get the ball. It's now with Efe Ambrose, and we are in the last 10 seconds. Maybe an extra 30 seconds for that substitution. Meekins again challenges with Samaras. The ball played out wide to Lustig. He needs a good cross, and it was a poor cross, and Paddy McCourt couldn't quite keep that one in play, and in fact he's just given possession away, and the referee is going to blow for full time, and Inverness Cali Thistle have got an unexpected victory here. Disappointment, Jerry, that one goal in 64 minutes, enough to separate the sides, and not taking those chances in the first half particularly has come back to haunt us.
We've paid the price, Paul. Frustration, disappointment. Again, the annoying thing is that it points the finger back to people who look at the result and say, well, another UEFA Champions League hangover for Celtic. And I don't think it was that way. Certainly in the first half we had the chances, we were playing the better football. The goalkeeper was taking about 40 minutes at a time to kick the ball up the pitch. It's just, I mean, they're celebrating now as if they've just won the cup.
Well, to be fair, they did say, Terry Butcher said it was their equivalent of going and playing Barcelona. That's the way they look at Celtic, so you can't begrudge, you know, if Inverness Cali Thistle come to Celtic Park and win, I don't begrudge them going and celebrating with the fans that have travelled down from the Highlands and and we have to be magnanimous in defeat. But disappointment this afternoon for Celtic. We needed the victory. I don't know how the game's gone at Easter Road, but we just wanted to get a kind of momentum going of domestic wins after that victory at Pittodrie, and it's not happened this afternoon.
We talked about it right from the start, Paul. It was important that Celtic started getting points on the board and putting this run together that saw us do what we did last season to win the league. And we were looking certainly to get the 3 points today, and you have to say we fancied ourselves to do it. And Neil Lennon put out a strong side. You wouldn't have looked at that and said, well, there's a weakness there, I wouldn't have played so and so. He put out a strong side, he made his intentions very, very clear. He wanted the 3 points, and unfortunately we failed to get them.
Well, it's been a disappointing afternoon here at Celtic Park. It's the start of a busy schedule of games, and they come up thick and fast. We're at Tynecastle on Wednesday night for a very, very tough game against Hearts. 7:30 kick-off there, but this afternoon it has finished in a disappointment defeat here at Celtic Park. Second consecutive victory in Glasgow for Inverness. Caley Thistle, of course, they won in the League Cup over at Ibrox, and you can understand Terry Butcher is understandably delighted here. But I'd like to thank you for joining us in Celtic TV wherever you are in the world. Sorry we couldn't bring you the 3 points that we all wanted, but I hope you join us again on Wednesday night when we will be giving you all the action and bringing you all the action from Tynecastle. My thanks to Jerry McDade for joining us this afternoon, for Laura Brannan in the studio before the game, and enjoy the rest of the weekend wherever you are in the world. But from Celtic Park, it's a very cold and chilly hail.